Hi everyone, I'm Andrea Lancaster. I have an academy called Andrea Lancaster Earth Alchemy on Facebook, so you may know me as that. So I've come on this week to talk about the equinox, which is today, which is spring equinox, so that means the day and night is in balance. So that's a really good thing. It's a good opportunity to launch things. There's a portal opening, and with that energy influx that's coming in today and moving forward, today is a really good time to manifest, to really work on launching those things you want to move forward with. So definitely worth sitting, meditating, and whether you do spell work, whether you manifest straight into the quantum reality, whatever way you do it, it would be really good if you use this opportunity today. But moving forward with the rest of the week as well, so I will be pulling cards. I am using my mediumship, psychic abilities, my channeled information, all of that to go with this week. So before I start, I would just say it would be really, really fantastic if you could subscribe to this channel and share. The more people who share and subscribe, the further out it gets put on YouTube, and the more people I am able to reach and help. This is a free video. I don't get paid for this, but hopefully it will resonate with some people and help them. So the more people who subscribe, so there's always a subscription button down here this way on YouTube. If you subscribe, it just lets you know when I've done another video, etc. And if you share, helps it get out there. So thank you. So I'm going to be using tarot, but I'm also going to be picking Ascended Master card and an Archangel card today as well, because I feel it's relevant, because it's supporting the energy that is about today. So we are going into lighter night, so although the energy is equal, in equal balance, it's now going where it tips the balance into lighter nights. So the energy, the sun, the energy of fire, which is purification, but it's also an energy of creation. It energizes things, doesn't it? So yeah. Everything's, you can see that the birds are making their nests, the animals are getting ready to bring forward new life, as is the plant kingdom. So you can see the trees are starting to bud, you've got plants starting to come up. So you've already had your snowdrops, you're getting your bluebells starting to come up now, hyacinths, crocuses, all of those beautiful spring flowers, daffodils, tulips, we'll start to see very soon. So it's always lovely when we start to see those colours, and that is an indication of how we're moving forward into spring. Life springs into action, so we feel more like being outdoors and involved in Mother Nature. In the winter time we hibernate, we stay indoors, we try to keep warm. We don't like being outside. We see the flowers, we see spring, we see Mother Nature bursting out there with colour and vibrancy, and we want to be out there. So yeah, it's a good time energetically. I mean, it's a crazy time with Pluto in Aquarius, or going into Aquarius anyway. I'm not an astrologer, as I always say, but I do watch astrologers. It is interesting to see how what I get from spirit corresponds with what they say. And Pisces is in Saturn is in Pisces. It's come out of Aquarius, it is now in Pisces. So that's really interesting what's going on there. So yeah. Right, okay, so I was going to do cards first, but Spirit's told me to pick an Ascended Master card. So I am going for the Ascended Master card first. Right. So I'm just shuffling these very large cards and see which Ascended Master's energy wants to come forward for this energy of the portal, the equinox, and this week. Let's see. Moses. Okay. So that's interesting. So Moses was the obviously famous for the Ten Commandments. God gave him the Ten Commandments, and apparently Moses stands for courage. So courage of your convictions, courage to move forward, courage to stand up for yourself and be counted, courage to leave those behind who are causing you harm or hurt. So that's, yeah, that's a good one. So that's interesting. Now, I'm going to look at the Archangel, so I may as well follow with the Archangel cards. It'd be silly not to. Right, okay. Just make sure I've got them. Oops. Right. Let's see which Archangel is supporting today's equinox and this week's energy. Zadkiel, keeper of the violet flame of compassion. Isn't that lovely? So Zadkiel, so it's all about being compassionate and loving and kind and understanding and non-judgment, but allowing this portal to, kind of the shall I say, the photonic light that comes forward, to use that for good, to use it to magnify any love and healing you send out into the world and to Mother Nature, as in Mother Earth, to your helpers, to your family and friends, loved ones, to the Divine Spirit, also though maybe to those who need love. So humanity, send love to humanity in general, send healing wherever it's needed. So Zadkiel can help you that. Maybe sometimes we need to be more compassionate, don't we? So that's nice. Okay, right. So let's see what Spirit's got to say. Okay, so Spirit's talking about how it's not very often when you're in a human body that we find balance. We do struggle with balance in our lives, in human incarnations. And what they want to bring forward is using this time now where there is balance to sort your energy out. So balancing your chakras, clearing your auric energy out, making sure you are letting go of anything you need to. Don't hold on to it, because that will cause imbalance. Also, when you're letting people live rent-free in your head, that's causing an imbalance. Energetically, anything that you hold on to and latches onto you is an imbalance. What if you're working all the time and you're not finding time to enjoy yourself or spend time with family? That's an imbalance. Are you seeing your friends regularly? If not, that's an imbalance. Are you spending too much and you're ending up in debt? And I'm not talking about paying your bills and stuff, because that's completely different. I'm talking about if you're spending on things that a material and you don't need them. You know, we could even go as far as saying crystals and tarot cards and oracle cards are material and we don't need them. Because when it boils down to it, we don't. They do help, absolutely, and you know, there are spirits that go with the crystals that give us lots of information. But if we tap into ourselves and our higher self, that is essentially all we do need to develop ourselves on this journey. Although it is lovely to have cards that prompt us and help us and give us good insights into what's happening. Or it taps into your own energy, and the crystals, which you know will support your energy. So they're all good, but are they essential to your spiritual development? No. If you wanted to go that far, that is. So, yeah, but I can't say I don't like tarot and oracle and lots of crystals. I do. Uh, so, you know, it's where the line's drawn, I suppose. So, balance. Right, let's have a look. Oh, I also would like to mention this Saturday, if anybody's in the northeast of England, near Sunderland, we are having a Mind, Body and Spirit Fair at Philadelphia Spiritualist Church, SNU Church, Chapel Row, Shiny Row. Well, they say Houghton, but it's technically Shiny Row. It's only £2 entry. There are readers, there's a big crystal store there, there's going to be some therapists and other like stall with lots of angel stuff and things like that. So it's going to be a really good day on Saturday, 10 till 5. Come along, pop in, say hello, have a cuppa. And on the 15th of April, I am holding a face-to-face workshop on the Akashic Records and how you can unlock the Akashic Records for yourself, which will help you in turn understand any past lives that have what you could say a detrimental effect on this lifetime, or going into your Akashic Records and looking at why things are happening the way they are now and things like that, because that's what the Akashic Records is about. So it can really help you when you go into your own. So I'm teaching people who come along to that workshop to be able to go into their own Akashic Records. So that's going to be a really fantastic day. Places are going fast. It's £25 for the day, and you do have to bring a packed lunch. If you are interested, please get in touch with me. I have an email address, which is andrea.energyhealer@aol.co.uk, or I have a website, www.andrealancaster.uk. Right, okay then. I do run online courses as well, and actually somebody's asking me to do the Akashic Records online, so I may well run that online as well. Okay, anyway, let's have a look at the energy of this week. Interesting. So we have the Hermit, introspection, knowing thyself. The Nine of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. So 2 major arcana cards, which shows you how big the energy is this week. Massive big changes with the portal opening and the equinox and the plasma energy that's coming in, and as I talk about the Schumann resonance and everything, really can knock you for 6 if you're not careful. So it's always wise to look after your energy, look after yourself, and try not to overdo things. Anyway, the Hermit. So this is very much a card of the person who goes into the cave and hides away from society and people to get to know themselves, so there are no distractions. So normally it's because they're on a spiritual journey, so they want to know themselves. They want to understand themselves. They want to know who they are truly. And this represents the Hermit, but it also represents people who are very empathic and very spiritual, but find it difficult to be with people sometimes, especially at this time. You may find you are withdrawing from certain groups of people or certain family members, or trying to avoid certain members of, around where you work. So this card's about, keeping yourself to yourself. So maybe that's what you've been doing or what you are doing this week, because you feel that's where you need to be so you can manifest your best life, your best spiritual journey in this life. It's certainly introspection. It's certainly about going inwards and tapping into your true self, not externally where people still look for their answers. The love's out there, everything's out there. It's not, it's in here. And that's where we must look, and that's what the Hermit encourages you to do this week. So if you are feeling like shutting the door and hiding, that's okay. If you're feeling like you've come out of that and you're starting to tentatively dip your toe in the waters of society again, then you certainly won't be around the people you were before, because your vibration, your energy will have changed, especially if you've done a lot of clearing work, working on yourself, on your shadow self. If you've cleared a lot, your vibration will be completely different, so you will attract a completely different crowd. And thinking about things and knowing yourself puts you on the path of abundance. Now that can be abundance of love, but it can also be an abundance prosperity wise. So financially, things are starting to take a turn for the better if you have took the time to see what's working for you and what's not. Especially when you're in business, what works, what doesn't. I do feel there's a tinge of things starting to, feel a bit like the Midas touch. If you're on the right path, things will really be starting to rock there, and the money will start to be really flow in. So that's really, really positive and good. And this leads you to financial abundance. And what's important is financial freedom, isn't it? It's not being tied to the strings of having to do things to earn money, to keep a roof over your head, to pay the bills, to feed yourself. That's just another version of a prison, really. But nor can we, go without the roof on our head because of the way society's set up in the monetary way at the moment. But this is helping out. This is a very fortuitous card. So it's saying if you get to know yourself, if you know what works and what doesn't, if you take the time to understand what's going on, it will bring good fortune and a turn of events financially in a good way for you. Which brings the Wheel of Fortune. What goes up must come down, and what goes down must come up. So where there may have been a bit of a flatlining with your finances, or feeling like you're struggling and there's no way, now opportunities present themselves like you've been waiting for. You may have been waiting years for these opportunities to come back round. So listen to what I say, come back round. Something that you have been offered in the past may represent itself, and now the time is right. Because you've sorted your life out as the Hermit, and now you're back on the path of abundance. So now these opportunities present themselves and the doorway is open. Or maybe you've been waiting for opportunities to get into the right career or lifestyle or study. Maybe you've been looking for your business to have the right opportunities. Now it is happening. This Equinox, this portal, and this card is telling you if you've done that work where you feel there's been stagnation or plateauing, it's changing, and it's going to change rapidly. And that's what March is like. In like a lamb, out like a lion. That's what March is, and we're definitely over the halfway point, so you should start to really feel that Aries fire energy coming in now. So that's where everything really starts to take off. So these are really, really very good cards for this week. Very, very fortuitous, which is always great to see the Knight of Pentacles, opportunities career-wise. It may be energy-wise a male who comes forward, or this may represent you, you know, knocking your pluck out, working because these opportunities come up, and this time maybe you weren't prepared to put in the work last time, or you weren't quite there. This time you're prepared and you're ready to put the right energy in. And I don't mean overwork yourself, but put the right amount, you know, the formula will be right this time, so it will bring the things you want when you put the efforts in. So this week is magnificent for going ahead with plans and changing jobs and getting your business changed or moving forward or anything like that. Go for it. Manifest it today. Start where you mean to go on today with the Equinox energy. Really great platform. What I would call a springboard, which I've talked about before. Definitely. Fantastic. You really, honestly, can't get much better than that for Equinox energy and the rest of this week. So get on with that fire energy. Make it work for you. Have the courage, as Moses' card says, and use Zadkiel's compassion. So while you are having these opportunities, don't forget to be kind of compassionate to others. That's always important. Never forget others. And you know, never put yourself on a pedestal, because it's a long way to fall. I see many people doing that. I see many people advertising themselves as the latest gurus and most amazing people ever, and they have all the answers. You've got all the answers. People like me have the keys to help you unlock those answers and can show you the infinite possibilities and the possibilities that are most likely. We can help you with that, but you are the person, you are the driving force behind your life. You are the one who can make the decisions, and you are the one who can unlock your life and make it happen. Not people like me. We can't make it happen for you. You can. You are the person to do that. So good luck. It's a good week. It's a good energy. We're all special. Nobody's better than anybody else. We're all here to help one another. That's the key. Help one another. When you're helping yourself, make sure you remember to turn around and help somebody else while you're at it. Be compassionate, be kind, non-judgmental, and always remember to extend the help to somebody where you can, whether it be charity work, whether it be helping someone else up the ladder, whatever it is. Don't forget to return that gratitude and be grateful. So thank you for listening. I will be putting a short video on, as I always do, and I always say, oh, I'll be on Friday, and then things go crazy. But yeah, you never know, maybe I will be. But anyway, thank you ever so much. Please remember to subscribe and share. I really do appreciate it. And I do love it when people take the time to comment. I always reply. You're all lovely. Have a good one. Namaste. Blessed be.